Hey guys, and welcome to my video on how do I know if I'm making the right decision. So many of my clients come to me and ask me the question, how do I know if I'm making the right choice? And what I say to that is we have to reframe our definition of choice. What are your beliefs around choices? So take into consideration that maybe that there isn't a wrong choice, right? If I'm saying yes to this and saying no to that there could be something wrong. Something might go wrong. So there is no wrong choice. There's actually just choice. Choice creates other choices, right, wrong, good or bad. It's choice, right? So how do I know if I'm making the right decision, right? Two things to consider. One is that I know being indecision feels terrible. One of the things that our nervous system does not like is not being sure, being uncertain. Our nervous system is designed to keep us safe. So when we are unsure of potential outcomes, the nervous system can get really loud and the brain can get really loud to try to figure out what is the safest option here. So we have to kind of bypass the natural wiring of our system, if you will, and kind of go into a couple of different things. So first and foremost, my tip for you is that there is a tool from Access Consciousness called trifold sequencing. And trifold sequencing is a body process that basically takes the mind, the mind that loops over and over and over again in maybe a choice or decision that you made before, and maybe that outcome didn't turn out so great. So that decision and choice is now running in your mind about, oh, can't make that decision again. Oh, let's see what happened last time. Not going to do that again. So you're hardwired for being in indecision, right? Kind of being stuck. So how we remedy that, how we fix that is trifold sequencing run. That takes us out of the mind loop and brings us into a different possibility, brings us into question. Like, I wonder what else is possible here that I haven't even considered, instead of the conclusion statement of, okay, if I make this decision, this is going to happen. It's always turned out like this, right? Watch words of, it's always turned out like this, and I'm always fill in the blank, right? So trifold sequencing run, how you use it is you bring up the energy of something that's maybe looping in your mind, a decision from the past, or maybe a decision that you're trying to make right now that your mind keeps trying to figure it out, but it's not a figure outable thing, okay? You close your eyes and you can say it in your mind or you can say it out loud, trifold sequencing run, trifold sequencing run, trifold sequencing run. And you take a couple breaths, exhale it out, and again, trifold sequencing run, trifold sequencing run, trifold sequencing run. And you take a breath, and you exhale it out, and you say it one more time. That's step one of getting you out of indecision, is trifold sequencing run, okay? Step two is that a lot of people ask me, well, I have a strong intuition about this, or I have strong emotions about this. Now, I'm the first one to tell you I trust my intuition, but it's only because I take these two things into consideration. So should we bring our emotions, our feelings into the decision-making process? Yes, if you consider these two things. Number one, your feelings and emotions are experiences, right? Sometimes of your past. So if you have a negative emotion from a past trigger, and you bring that negative emotion into this decision-making process, then no, you can't trust it, because those emotions and feelings are coming from the past, right? So for instance, if I got into a relationship in the past and I went in and I was thinking I was, all eyes open, and I went in full speed ahead and I tripped and fell, and I fell flat on my face, and the relationship ended and I was heartbroken. Okay. Now, fast forward to a decision-making process. Maybe there's a relationship, maybe there's something you've got going on that feels similar to that last interaction. My emotions and feelings aren't going to be too accurate. They're going to take into consideration all of the things that happened in the past and bring them right here in the forefront. So if you have not healed your triggers and your wounds from your past experiences, you're just bringing all of that into holding it basically over your intuition, okay? So make sure that you check your triggers and check your wounds from the past before you come to trusting your intuition and your feelings on making decisions. And if you need help with that, please book a session and we can get through that right away. Secondly is if you're considering trusting your intuition and your emotions, second thing to consider is that this decision you're about to make going to cause a lot of change for you? And if it is, you have to look at your beliefs about change, right? Big changes like job changes, relationship changes. Maybe this choice is going to make it so that you have to move, right? Those kinds of bigger decisions that will evoke change can bring up a lot of fear, right? So if we're functioning out of fear, making a choice, then we're blocking our intuition, okay? Fear shuts down intuition. So what you have to do is check your belief system. What do I believe about this decision? What do I believe will happen if I make this decision? And then all of the beliefs that come up that are fear-based, I would probably check those at the door so that you can remove those out of the way and really get into your intuition. Okay, next thing is we're gonna do a little practice here, okay? So I want you guys to take just a deep breath in, exhale it out, and drop all of your barriers and boundaries down, okay? Drop them down, whatever that means to you, whatever walls you have up, just drop them down for right now. And I want you to expand your energy field out. Let the auric field around your body expand out in all directions, 1,000 miles in all directions. Keep going, expanding out and out and out and out. And then ask yourself this question: does this choice expand my future? Does it expand my possibilities of life? And does it expand me? Okay. Keep expanded out, and then ask yourself, does this choice shrink me? Does it limit me? Does it silence me or inhibit me? Okay. And then come back in. Okay. So hopefully that will give you some real clarity on any decision or any choice that you are faced with, is to go through those processes, go through those steps, and then you can come to a more clear decision